Well, thank you so much for joining us. Our sign language interpreter is William Siller. Now, a new conflict has erupted in the election roadmap to August next year. Court leader Raila Odinga and Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi have accused Jubilee and IEBC of laying grounds for a pre-election rigging scheme. The opposition leaders say KPMG that has been contracted to conduct an audit of the voters' register lacks experience with voter-related audits. As Patrick Kamimo reports, Raila and Mudavadi also claim that a special sitting of Parliament slated for Tuesday next week aims to introduce several changes to the throughout the negotiated agreement on voter registration and voting.
The Chief Executive Officer of IEBC, Ezra Chiloba, Friday signed a contract with the KPMG audit firm to start the process of auditing the voter register. The audit aims to clean the register by weeding out ghost voters. But in a quick response, the opposition, led by Raila Odinga and Musalia Mudavadi, criticized the move as an attempt to lay ground for sham elections. The opposition says the audit is illegal since it will take place without the biometrics of voters, which is part of the requirement in the negotiated laws on election which were passed by Parliament.
Kenyans know that IEBC has several registers that were used in the rigging of the 2013 elections. IEBC knows it too. As KPMG is being appointed to audit the register, nobody knows which register is being audited. That aside, there is no known record of KPMG experience with voter-related audit. How it won the contract remains everyone's guess. It has been hired as a user-friendly firm to do the bidding of Jubilee and discredited IEBC commissioners who have a score to settle with CORD.
The opposition claims despite passing the law to reconstitute the IEBC, the Jubilee administration, in collaboration with the IEBC officials who resigned from office, have been delaying the process.
Why did they not ask Mr. Kinisu to remain in office until his replacement is found? So what is so special about the IEBC? These commissioners are being retained for one purpose only, to help prepare a rigging mechanism for IEBC and also to preside over procurement. They are basically interested in commissions which they are getting from the contractors. That's why they are rushing to make all those commitments before the new commissioners come into place.
As opposition, we will not be party to the removal of even a comma from that agreement. We are sending a warning that if Jubilee and the sacked IEBC commissioners insist on the path they have taken, the country will be back to renegotiations square one with attendant consequences. The choice is in the hands of Jubilee and the IEBC. Kenyans are watching.
Majority Leader in the National Assembly, Aden Duale, this week requested Speaker Justin Muturi to convene a special sitting for members. The Speaker has okayed the sitting for Tuesday next week. During the special sitting, MPs seek to make changes to the election laws which were passed without any amendments. The opposition says the special sitting is suspect.
On the polling day, you must be identified electronically, biometrically, by thumbprint. Then is when you are allowed to receive the ballot papers and vote. That is what they have a problem with. Because if that is implemented, then you will prevent the dead who resurrect and that day vote and then go back to their graves. This is what we are trying to prevent. And that is what the Jubilee is worried about. That is the reason why they are rushing now back to Parliament to remove those clauses.
Patrick Kamimo, KTN News.
Now, the audit of the voters' register is the first in a schedule of events setting the benchmarks in the new Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission timelines. Duncan Hayamba gives us the new roadmap towards the 2017 polls.
34 days to go before the eagerly awaited August 8, 2017 general election, a narrowing gap that has forced the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC to once again review its timelines as the clock continues ticking. Top on the list is the audit of the register of voters, which begins on Monday, 19th December 2016 until 18th January 2017. This exercise was initially scheduled to be conducted from 2nd December to 31st December 2016. Once KPMG concludes the process, it will be required to submit the report within 14 days. Then the audit findings will be submitted to Parliament on 1st February 2017. Mass voter registration exercise is now scheduled to start from 16th January and end on 15th February 2017, a month-long exercise in which IEBC is targeting to register 8 million additional voters. Registration of diaspora voters will run from 1st to 15th February 2017. According to the new law, verification of the voters' register should be done 90 days before the election, in this case by 8th May 2017. The verification must be done by confirming biometric data of voters at the polling stations for 30 days, and this will now take place from 10th April to 10th May 2017. Political parties will be required to conduct primaries or nominations from 13th to 26th of April 2017. Interestingly, as a result of timelines provided in the law, the process of resolving disputes arising from the nomination is not factored in.
We will not accept that. Nothing else than that.
This essentially means, in case aspirants lose unfairly, there is no room for seeking redress. Public officers intending to contest in 2017 elections must resign by 7th February next year. For instance, cabinet secretaries planning to plunge into politics must surrender their positions by 7th of February. Once again, the IEBC is forced to review its election timeline with only 234 days to go, a clear indication that it's race against time as the August 2017 date inches closer and closer. Duncan Hemba, KTN.
The two top Jubilee leaders, Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, have netted a big fish on the last day of their tour of Western Kenya. Budalangi MP Ababu Namwamba has now publicly declared he will work with Jubilee after ditching ODM and joining the Labour Party of Kenya. Robert Wanyonyi has the details.
Continued incursions into Kenya's opposition enclave of Western appeared to bear fruits when the president and his deputy William Ruto arrived in Busia County. On top of launching various development projects including roads and the award of medical equipment to the Busia County Referral Hospital, the president's entourage got a rare boost with the appearance of Ababu Namwamba, a guest that many observers say was not really a surprise arrival.
Tufanye kazi pamoja, tuimarishe umoja wetu na hali ya maisha wananchi.
The former ODM Party Secretary General joining other MPs from the region with his new declaration.
Tutakusubiri uje tena uendelee kuzindua miradi zile ambazo zimebaki.
Rivals who play mature politics cannot mix it with enmity.
Nyinyi mlituamuru mkatuambia tutengeneze serikali ya kusema na kutenda.
Sisi zote tuko hapa. Jamani, tukipiganisha wa Kenya ati kwa sababu ya kiti, faida yake ni nini? Kiongozi atakuwa mmoja wakati mmoja. Sivyo hilo? Mimi niko hapa na nitarudi tena kuwaomba mnipatie awamu yangu ya pili na ya mwisho. Nitaomba. Na nitawaambia yale ambayo mimi nitatenda mkinipatia. Si namna hiyo? Mimi sina haja kukana mtu. Yeye akuje mwingine aombe naye aseme ile atafanya. Wananchi mimi naamini wamesoma, wanaelewa, watajichagulia wenyewe. Hakuna haja ya siasa za matusi siku hizi. Hizo siasa za zamani ndizo zimeturudisha nyuma. Baada ya kila miaka mitano watu wanagojea vita itokee. Sisi tumeungana kama wana Jubilee, tukisema ya kwamba nia yetu ni kuunganisha Wakenya. Sisi tumesema hata wenzetu waungane wakitaka.
Being the final day of his two-day tour of Western Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta spent the day in Busia County launching various development projects and challenging the opposition to match his track record. Robert Wanyonyi, KTN News in Busia County.
All right, the latest political intrigues bring us to our big question this evening, and we're asking you, do you think Jubilee is winning over Western Kenya from the opposition? Do you think Jubilee is winning over Western Kenya from the opposition? Would like to hear your thoughts on this one. Hashtag Friday Briefing is what you can use, or you can also choose to text us. The number is 22155, and I will be taking a look at your responses. Quite a number of responses coming here on my Twitter handle. Let me just sample one or two messages. Frederick Omondi, you say, Western Kenya will not vote Jubilee, and the likes of Babu should be warned. Somebody here, Ian Mark Mchuma, you say never. They're just keeping them company. Western is corded. Another divergent opinion here. Max Muru M, you say, from the look of things, it's like they're popularizing the Jubilee Party, and this could make them win. All right, so would like to hear more of your comments. To keep them coming, hashtag Friday Briefing. The number is 22155. I'll be very interested to see what you have to say about this one. All right, now tonight in our continuing series focusing on audit queries on the 47 counties expenditure, we get reactions from Siaya County residents and leaders on the Auditor General's revelations. In the Siaya audit, some of the areas that stood out included the payment of 18 million shillings for internet services, which the auditor says were single-sourced. There are also queries about the 10.4 million shillings paid for a perimeter wall and seating allowances for members of the Siaya County Assembly, totaling to 85 million shillings in just 1 year. Well, Rashid Ronald tells us more.
Just like other counties, Siaya County was not spared by the Auditor General's report, which had a lot of edit queries. And the first question was why the county decided to pay the Council of Governors 3 million shillings against the law. That notwithstanding, the Auditor General questioned what he termed as single sourcing in the procurement of internet service.
There was nothing like single sourcing, Rashid. Only these things were advertised in the dailies. But in the case of the internet services, only one firm responded. It was evaluated. It went through the normal tendering processes, it won, and we gave the firm the job to do.
But then it's the Siaya County Assembly where the Auditor General had a lot of questions. Here, 85 million shillings was paid to the members of the County Assembly against an approved budget of 69 million shillings with no explanation.
Auditing is a process. The procedure is that once the auditor has established or put an opinion forward, in his report, it is brought to the Assembly, and the Assembly processes the same report within 60 days. Last 2 weeks ago, we committed that report to our Public Accounts and Investment Committee. And by virtue of our standing orders, I am barred from making comments on it until when the Assembly Committee will have finished discussing it.
However, the residents of Siaya have mixed reactions.
Kazi imefanyika vizuri sana na ushaona matunda ama mti yenye inarushiwa mawe na haina matunda. Kwa hivyo tunajua gavana amefanya kazi, ndio maana anapigwa huku na kule.
Ufisadi sisi hatuoni kama ufisadi iko Siaya kwa ajili hizi barabara ambao tunaona sahi hapa kama hii. Haikuwa wenye mimi naona hivi.
Kuna ufisadi mingi sana. Kwanza kuna chai wameweka hapo sijui 12 million wanakunywa kila siku. Sasa nashangaa kwani ofisi zote za hapa wanakunywa tu chai 12 million.
Na siko tunasema kuna ufisadi, hakuna siku hata moja nimeona ufisadi katika kaunti hii kwa sababu kazi za gavana ni mzuri, kuna mabarabara zinafunguliwa, watoto wanaenda shule, wanapata basari. Ukiangalia town size huko nyuma utapata kuna street lights, na hiyo ni kazi ya government. Hapo mimi sioni kama kuna ufisadi hapo hata moja.
In the meantime, the county chiefs are working round the clock to answer to those corruption allegations. Rashid Ronald, KTN News.
Well, let's go back to a bit of politics. And nominated Senator Paul Njoroge has ditched Jubilee Party for KANU. Njoroge said he was angered by the Jubilee Party polls for interim officials across the country.
The 16th of December, I officially defect from Jubilee Party, a party which I've been in a steering committee as it was being formed, and because of dissatisfaction, and especially during this time of grassroots elections of Jubilee Party, the irregularities and rigging, direct riggings which took place.
KANU ni chama cha baba na mama, vyama vyote ikiwa na shida lazima warudi nyumbani, na tunasema Njoroge karibu, na tunaambia Wakenya wengi wenye wanasumbuliwa na kulemewa na tabia mbaya ya vyama zingine warudi.
Many people are completely and absolutely dissatisfied in what is happening in the other parties, and they're seeing that KANU is a safe haven for them where they can seek refuge and still have the freedom to exercise that democratic right and have that democratic space in order to serve Kenyans.
Former President Daniel Moi has challenged the government to ensure that public universities provide education of a high standard to help Kenya grow. Noting that poor quality education was dangerous to the country, Moi urged stakeholders in the education sector to recommend that the highest standards possible are shared by all learning institutions from nursery school to the highest level. The former head of state hailed the government's efforts to monitor the recent national examinations and block loopholes to exam cheating. He spoke at the Kabarak University, where a total of 777 graduates were conferred with degrees in various fields.
I have every reason to thank God that this dream has come to pass. And those who are awarding today are among Kenyans very best in their fields of study.
You have braved through all the struggles and emerged victorious. May all of you reach God's maximum potential for the purposes for which you were created for.
Our aim is to produce graduates with the high standards of integrity who will make a difference in an otherwise permissive society. I am pleased to note that the university is taking the lead in research activities. I thank the various schools in the university.
If I was like many of us, standing ovation proper. Yeah. So girls, we'll come back to you in a few minutes, and then you'll have another performance, and then we'll get to know more about them shortly here on Friday Briefing. The Red Fourth Chorus in the building. Can I get an amen? Amen. Let me go before I start preaching over here. All right, guys. So the other thing I told you is that tonight we have an illusionist in studio. Yes, that's right. Andrew Simiu.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So talk to, what is an illusionist? The same thing as a magician?
Illusion is to do things which people see it have already happened but didn't happen, but you try to show them the other picture.
Wait. What have you just said?
Okay.
So you see something like, say, this phone, yeah?
Yeah.
So I see it here.
Yeah.
And then in a matter of like seconds, it's not.
Okay, there's two ways.
Okay.
You can, illusion is like to make this phone to disappear
don't
or to make it a half and then to put it together. And then when you look at it, you see how.
And I'll be able to see that here?
You'll see some of the things that I have.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So let's get straight to it. And thank you so much for coming on Friday Briefing.
Okay, welcome. Okay, today we are talking about, I would like to take people to the Bible, like gospel magic.
All right.
I like doing this. A lot is very good for me.
I'm so nervous right now. I'm really trying to look at everything that you're doing so that I don't miss it.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all,
I think we should have some dramatic drum rolls. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. I would like you to take a look at this handkerchief. Very good. If you like. Can you see it is a normal handkerchief? Yeah?
Let me be sure about that. You know, there's so many Kenyans who counting on me to, so it's very normal. Yeah?
It's normal,
But
yeah?
what do you mean by normal? Wait.
It's normal, I didn't hide anything there.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's like...
Ah, okay. Now, I told you were going about to do something with the... No, it's okay. Wait.
Okay.
With the gospel, magic.
Okay.
But after, we'll bring a glass. Don't worry. It's okay. Okay. Now, I have a Bible, which I have with me.
Why a Bible?
Because I want to show you something today.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Bible, please.
Do we have to use a Bible? Can we use something else?
A Bible is good, yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Now, I would like you to run just for the pages, please. Yeah. Later.
Yeah.
And I would like you to look in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this is closed. I can't go near it. Yeah. And I have the lighter, please.
But I hope we're not lighting the Bible
No.
in any way.
No. I'm going to show you something. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Don't worry. Thank you so much.
All right. Those are cards.
Yeah, we have cards. I always carry with me some good things.
Okay. And more cards.
And more cards. Okay. Now, there's something I want to do first before I do this one. Can you help me with the car with the... Yeah, thank you so much. For the people who sins, you can see this book.
Yeah.
Yes, look this. It's normal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're going to do this first.
Okay. This is nerve-wracking.
No?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, look. We can read a verse from the book, but you can't see it. But you can do like this. It goes.
What did you just do?
You remember?
My heart is beating so fast. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't say anything. Don't beat. Just relax.
Okay.
Relax. I show you something. Yeah. Now, can you just look at that?
Our God is a God who saves. So how did this come in there?
But I want you to look for one thing here. Yeah? Wait a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Can do like this. And here, there's nothing. Can be there.
Let me see that. Let me just confirm that,
it's
please.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Confirm it.
So the this envelope was empty.
Yeah.
And then you put it on top of the candle.
Yeah.
And then this...
disappeared. You can do anything. And look.
Wow, okay. Wow, okay, so that... Okay, so let me just explain what just happened. So this envelope had nothing.
Yeah.
And then you remove this paper from your pocket.
Yeah.
And then you sort of like touched the light of the candle.
Yeah.
And then you threw this on top of the envelope.
Yeah.
Like dabbed, like whatever, tapped it.
Yeah.
And this, and so we tore up the envelope.
Yeah.
And this was inside.
Yeah.
So how did you do that?
That's my secret.
So can you repeat that again? Because it happened so fast also.
Yeah? It was very fast, yeah?
Guys, did you see anything? No, right? Jeez, okay. No wonder I'm so nervous.
Okay,
let's
don't
put
be
the
nervous.
Let's
Don't
put
be
this
nervous.
very special book away.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, now we're going to do other thing.
Okay.
Just
So
relax,
what happened?
Relax.
Okay.
This is the imagination how to read a verse in a book without knowing it.
It says our God is a God who saves.
Yeah.
But then this paper, when you showed it to me, it had nothing written on it.
Yeah.
So what happened there? Is it like a trick?
We can
Have
say
you like
the Bible,
tricked me, like live on TV?
the Bible have the power to write anything down.
So wait, I think you're getting two things. So of course the Bible is very different and very independent from
very independent.
illusion and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good to have that clear.
Okay. This is a magic trick which you build it. You build it to make to bring with the gospel. So because people they think magic and illusion, and this is maybe you can use something bad.
But the Bible is against magic and
it's against
that
magic.
Dark world.
Yeah, but like when Jesus did make bread and fish to be more, how do we say that?
That's a miracle.
That's a miracle, yeah?
It is a miracle,
this
right, girls? There's a difference between miracle and magic.
Okay,
for sure.
so this one is part of version of like this one, so that people, they can feel, oh, there's something which is happening.
So let's just stick to it being illusion, I think.
Okay.
Illusion.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Okay,
let's stick to it being illusion.
Souvenir.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Now?
So what are we doing next? Can you at least please explain to us, you know,
now we are
step by
going
step?
to have a card trick.
Yeah.
A card trick. Card trick is done like this.
Okay, can I at least confirm?
You can confirm.
We have some few
like
cards remaining there.
Yeah. You can confirm these ones.
Okay, these are just cards. Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to do something. This we call shuffle. Shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do it like this. All of them. Okay, now I want to do this one thing, yeah? I want to cut 4 piles on the table. 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay?
Does it have to be the same number?
Yeah, they have to go like this, like this, like this.
So can I do it?
Yeah, you can go in.
Okay.
Just make them to be together.
Okay. My goodness.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So
Wait.
I do that?
No. Like this. Oops,
There's
sorry.
there's a way to do it.
There's a way to do it.
Okay.
So you can do it good. Look, you just put down, yeah? And then to do 1, 2, 3,
Sawa.
and 4. Okay?
Sawa. Got it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me do that.
1.
Like that?
2. Okay, enough.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're not going to.
Girls, you better be looking here very keenly. I need you to help me to see where this.
We are not going to touch anything of this one, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're touching.
No. I'm just touching to make them.
You're just arranging them. Okay.
Okay. I want you to take these cards, please. Up. All of them.
Okay.
So, okay. I'll be helping you. Okay. I want you to put 3 down. 1, 2, 3 cards. No. Under. Like this. You take 1, 2, 3. You put down.
2, 3.
Yeah. And then you put 1 there.
Here?
1, yeah.
Yeah.
And then here. And then here.
Yeah.
Okay. You can put that down.
Okay, so this one I put down.
Yeah. You do the same with this one.
Okay.
Okay. 3 down.
So 1, 2, 3.
And they put 1.
1,
2,
3.
3. Yeah. Okay. You can put down. Take the last one.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah. Little bit so that you see is a little bit difficult.
Yeah, and then we put it 1, 2, 3, and then I put this down.
Yeah,
and then I take this one again. Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2,
put
3.
3 there.
Down and 3.
And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, we have not done anything. We just shuffle and put the pile down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to choose any side which you want.
I'll take this ones.
Okay. No. Just one the top.
Oh, so
top one. Yeah.
So that.
Okay. Turn it. Only the top one.
Oh, just the top one.
Yeah.
I'm so
Turn
fast.
it. Turn away another one. Turn another one.
What?
Turn another one. Wow. We did it.
Okay, so how did that happen?
It's always happen.
So A of spades, diamonds, hearts, and clovers.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, we wanted to okay, I mean, so how did that happen? There we go. So
Yeah.
I don't know if my cameraman has caught that.
Yeah.
So we have A of spades, diamonds, flowers, and hearts all lined up after we had completely
Yeah. We all
mixed them
completely
up.
shuffle, yeah.
How did you do that?
That is called self-working. It's a miracle which you have to do it.
No, let's not use the word miracle. Yeah, let's just use illusion.
It's
Miracle
an illusion.
is such a different
It's an illusion
thing.
where
I
make your mind to see all of these things.
But they are there. Right?
They are there.
Yeah.
They are there.
It's not like I'm seeing my own things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can repeat it again. Just the first one, the fastest one.
Yeah.
Please, sorry.
Can I shuffle them myself?
You want to shuffle them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's okay.
please. I think I think we need to be extra careful over here.
Yeah.
Okay. There. So
Okay.
I do the same thing?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was telling you I'm going to tell you something else. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to shuffle the cards again. One more time, please.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah. Okay. Now put down. I want you to cut whatever you like. Just cut and put here on top of the box.
Oh.
It's okay.
Can I shuffle them again?
Yeah, you can shuffle again.
Like that?
Yeah.
So I take a few
Yeah.
and
Take
put
a few
them on top of that.
top of the card. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to see which card did you choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's. But I haven't chosen any card.
No, because when you cut the card, you put here. I showed you the card which you cut it off because you didn't see it.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What's the meaning of 3 for you?
Geez, it can mean anything.
Like?
In what sense?
In any, there's like for me, the 3 of club is meeting people. You meet people, many people, like friends, new people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be 3 events.
3 events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we want to affect this card. If you could call another card here, it could be the 3 of spades. Yeah.
Yes.
Three
Or
of
3 of
spades, yeah.
diamonds.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. There we go.
Okay. It's there. Okay.
3 of spades.
3 of spades. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what I want us to do now is to take this one. I want you to rip off the corner, please.
Okay.
Rip off the corner.
Completely?
Yeah, completely. Maybe you can make it bigger if you want, like this. No problem. Make it so that you can see it well.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Rip it away, rip it away.
Oh,
Maybe
completely?
like a U.
Why does it have... Okay, okay.
that.
Completely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we can throw this maybe
Yes.
somewhere.
Can I throw it myself?
Yeah.
I'm being very careful with this. I don't want to
Okay.
miss it again, yeah?
Look. Boom.
What? Okay.
Okay. Are you moment?
I want to explain to our viewers what just
Viewers.
happened.
I think they can build their imagination in this one because they see everything which is happening.
No, I have to explain to them.
Okay.
So this is 3 of flowers, the one that I ripped off.
Yeah.
And then the 3 of spades is also ripped off.
Yeah.
And it was not earlier. Okay. Andrew Simi, you've shocked us, I think. We're good for the night.
I finish for you, please. We're going to take this here. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take all
very
this
quickly.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay, can you just put your hand like this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just put another on top here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just
like that?
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this one. We're going to draw. Some hearts. Yeah.
Just to do this so that the camera can see
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
When you do like this,
Uh-huh.
it's getting hotter.
Yeah, I can feel it.
You can feel it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I want you to turn this one. Turn up.
What? So it's almost burnt. I'm done. I am done. Thank you, Andrew Simi, for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so he was burning this card, but then the one that I was holding has also gotten burnt. Okay, I'm being asked to show you. There we go. Wow. Illusion.
Yeah.
Illusion it is. Very interesting. So how many tricks do you have again? How many tricks can you possibly have? There we go.
I have some more with stage magic, close-up magic. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Are you shaking? Or are you okay?
I'm not shaking. I'm good. I'm just trying to understand how that happened. But I mean, everybody here in studio.
Slowly by slowly.
Slowly by slowly. Yeah, slowly by slowly. Okay, fine. So thank you so much, Andrew.
I leave you this like souvenir.
Well, I think I just leave me with the Bible. I'm gonna be fine with the Bible.
With the Bible?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah?
Yes, the Bible I think is safer in my hands.
Why? You think it's safe to me too?
Okay. Okay, we'll discuss that off air. But for now,
thank you.
So that was The Illusionist. It's all illusion. Illusion. It is Andrew Simiu. But of course, we have my other shocked fellow guest anchors on the other side, the Red Fourth Chorus. And so I want to call upon Fiona. Please come and read for us the news, because Andrew is getting his stuff out. Have a seat there. Everybody in the gallery is laughing at me because I couldn't see it. Did you?
No.
No? Me too. I'm standing here.
So fast.
Everything was happening so fast, right? Okay, I guess that's what illusion is. So, there we go. You can see clearly?
Yeah, yeah.
I want you to introduce the show. Not the show, but I think I'm still excited for this. So, introduce yourself, and then you can take it away. Have you always wanted to read news?
Yeah.
Is this something you've ever thought about?
Yeah, I graduated 2 years ago.
Okay.
I did communication.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at you. So here you are. Here's your golden opportunity to shine. Yeah. So take it away and ace it, but no pressure.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. My name is Fiona Ngena, representing the Red Fourth Chorus, and this is KTN Friday News Briefing. Kenyan doctors have yet again failed to reach any meaningful agreement on the talks seeking to end their strike. By this evening, talks between union officials and the Ministry of Labour ended on a note where sources say the government recognized that indeed a collective bargaining agreement exists. And as Timothy Otina reports, some public hospitals began offering services as a few nurses showed up for work.
After 2 previously failed meetings between doctors' unions and the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Labour, stepping in as an arbitrator Friday afternoon, faced similar challenges, failing to reach any meaningful resolution with the doctors.
I'm very hopeful that tomorrow both parties will still come to the table committed to concluding and give the nation a positive answer.
The talks between the two sides expected to be concluded Saturday after sources close to the negotiations told KTN News that the unions once again rejected a pay deal that would see a medical intern doctor and nearly double their basic salary from about 35,910 shillings to 71,890 shillings. The medics still holding their ground, seeking the implementation of a 2013 collective bargaining agreement to have a 300% pay hike. But even as the deadlock continued, some hospitals across the country slowly sprang back to life after nurses resumed duties. We find Lillian Wangoi, who's 7 months pregnant, at the Dagoretti Sub-County Hospital. It's the first time she's getting a prescription since the strike, which began early in December, affected services here, causing her to miss out on the much-needed drugs for a smooth delivery.
Leo nimefurahia sana sana sana. Nikukuja nikakuta wamerudi kazi.
But not everyone is smiling just yet. In other counties, however, nurses have chosen to defy their union's orders to report to work, citing unresolved differences. In Taita Taveta County, nurses kept away after failure by the county government to resolve issues raised over the escort as well as transfer allowances.
Tumeona hatuwezi kungojea zaidi ya hapa. Kile kilichoko ni kwamba sasa ni tuweke vifaa chini, watu wetu wangojee mpaka walipwe pesa zao, ili serikali kile ilichosema ikitimize mpaka watu wetu pia nao wapate kuona matokeo ama malipo yao wamepatiwa.
At the Makueni Level 4 hospital, several patients had to contend with the few nurses available, many choosing instead to stay away. But for the few facilities like the Dagoretti Sub-County Hospital, where nurses dutifully reported to work, patients remained rather scarce.
Our nurses came back on duty, all of them yesterday, following the agreement signed by the union and the government. And so far, we've managed to, we have started seeing the patients. Though the flow is still quite low.
The strike for the Kenya National Union of Nurses that started on 5th December 2016 officially suspended.
Despite nurses' unions signing a return-to-work agreement with the government on Wednesday, it appears many of those whom these individuals represent do not feel satisfied with the truce. But for the lucky few like Lillian, who have since managed to get the much-needed medical attention she so much deserves, that truce could not have come at a better time. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
So we'll be getting back to my guest anchor. I think she did a great job. I'll give her a 9 out of 10. Now we have some more news, and protests over demolition of stalls in Kitui town today turned tragic after former Kitui Mayor Martha Mwangangi was crushed to death by a truck. The deceased was caught up in the chaos while accompanying former Lands Cabinet Secretary Charity Ngilu, who had come to sympathize with protesting traders.
The usually early rising traders woke up Kitui town with chaos of their protests when they discovered that their stalls had been demolished in the night.
Mimi mama mu nimeingia hasara, nilikuwa kwa kibanda yangu ikaja ikaharibiwa na vitu vyangu vikaharibiwa, manyanya yakaharibiwa, mayai yakaharibiwa, mboga sasa sina chochote na mimi ni mama mjane, sina mume.
Moments into the protests, former Lands Cabinet Secretary Charity Ngilu, flanked by one-time Kitui Mayor Martha Mwangangi, joined the traders, braving the smoke and chaos in a show of solidarity with this angry lot that felt violated and robbed of their sources of income.
Sisi tulimpatia kura zetu. Na yeye mwenyewe anaingia hapa usiku na watu wake wanafunja mali yenu. Hivyo si hivyo. Askari hawa nimewaambia watulie. Na watulize ili tuongee kama watu wa Kitui.
And as the chaos escalated in the now paralyzed town, a fire truck set off from Kalundu Center, where the protesters had earlier barricaded the Kitui Thika road with burning tires. And as it approached the crowd, the driver tried to scare protesters by accelerating towards them. Everyone leaping out of the way. Everyone except ex-Kitui Mayor Martha Mwangangi, who was crushed to death by the truck. The driver was later arrested at Kitui General and later taken to Kitui Central Police Station. Mwangangi's body was taken to Kitui General Hospital's mortuary. Trix Ingado, KTN News, Nairobi.
All right, so we wanted to take a break here on Friday Briefing, and, we're all recovering from that, but I think she did a good job. I think I'm going to give her a 8.5 out of 10. If I give her a 9, that means she should just come and take over the show, but I think you should come for a screen test. Yeah? All right, so we want to take a break. Thank you so much for staying with us. Coming up shortly, we'll have businesses, but also remember that Will is the Word Master is going to be coming up shortly for Mind Your Language. Guys, do you know you say onion and not onion? Yes. Yeah, you say give me some onions and some spinach, not spinach. All right, so all that is coming up in a few minutes. Don't go away. Yeah, spinach. Spinach. Yeah. Onion. That's crazy. And welcome back to Friday Briefing. Let's now get you updated on the latest In business, and Central Bank Governor Dr. Patrick Njoroge has hailed the move by Chief Justice David Maraga on setting up of the Economics Crime Division of the High Court, citing this as a major boost in fighting graft in the country. Now, the court is set to dispense justice on financial and economic crimes which have piled up at the High Court's Commercial Division.
This will help us in the Central Bank, not because all our cases will be coming through this court. As a matter of fact, we did a quick check of the outstanding cases that we have. Maybe only 10% will go through these courts in terms of their nature and so forth. But there are other cases that will be dealt with, and of course we have asked for a special court that could be dealing with those other cases that we have in an expedited fashion. But I think the point here is that even if it is 1%, that marks progress. And I think we are looking forward to a time when actually all cases will be moving much more quickly.
National carrier Kenya Airways has increased capacity on the Mombasa route ahead of the festive season's pent-up demand for travel. The airline is set to deploy the Dreamliner Boeing 787 on the 23rd and 24th of December and the 2nd and 3rd of January 2017. The Dreamliner has a capacity of 234 seats, 30 premier class and 204 economy, compared to the 96 seats on the Embraer 190, 12 premier and the 84 economy that serves the route. According to Marketing and Communications Director Chris Diaz, the airline has seen an increased demand on the Mombasa route that necessitated the need to increase capacity. On a normal basis, KQ operates 10 flights on the Nairobi-Mombasa route. Nairobi's Eastleigh Commercial Center is gearing up to host the second business summit, which seeks to bring together business leaders to invest in the commercial hub. The event comes on the back of improved infrastructure in Eastleigh Business Hub, which has unlocked enormous business opportunities from a center that was dreaded a few years back owing to poor sanitation and wanton security. Well, KTN's Abby Agina spoke to the event organizer Ahmed Mohammed on why Eastleigh is lining up to be counted among the modern-day business hubs.
What will be the agenda of this summit? What do you expect to get out of it as the business community in Eastleigh?
Because Eastleigh is much better now, much cleaner and much safer. And the summit tomorrow is actually meant to debunk the myth that Eastleigh is a no-go zone. Eastleigh is actually one of the most fantastic business centers in Nairobi and also across the country. So the summit is aimed at making sure that we lure more investors into Eastleigh. In the next 5 years, we hope and project that Eastleigh will be the next Dubai of Kenya. We said 100,000 people come to Eastleigh every day. We hope that to increase to 150,000. And we hope to see that more infrastructure are done by the county and the national government.
Now, for a long time, farmers in Machakos, Makueni and Kitui counties have been relying on maize and beans farming for a living, but due to poor harvest, the counties are now turning to yellow passion fruit, which has emerged to be more profitable. Well, here are the details.
With rapid urbanization coupled with the infrastructure boom in the country, demand for consumer goods has been on the rise. A group of farmers have spotted an opportunity in the fruit market and are fast looking to cash in.
This was a new crop to us because we had been used to beans and maize for quite some time, which would fail because of the erratic rain patterns. And this project, when it started in the year 2015, we planted the first crop, and within the first 6 months, it had matured.
The farmers based in Machakos initially were farming maize and beans, but due to low prices and poor harvest volumes, the farmers have now resorted to fruit farming thanks to support by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Through the program, farmers are now growing the yellow passion fruit variety under the USAID Kenya Agricultural Value Chain Enterprise Program, who introduced them to growing the fruit. The yellow passion fruit is now being grown in large numbers in the region. Farmers are now coming together in groups to pull their fruits together for marketing. This has been fetching better prices in the domestic and export market as compared to maize crop, which often fails due to poor and reliable rainfall in the region. David Mudhiani, a retired banker who is now a passion fruit farmer at Matu in Yatta constituency, says the switch to yellow passion fruit was a golden opportunity for him and the more than 100 farmers who make up the Yatta Farm Growers community-based organization. USAID Caves Director of Horticulture, James Arim, says they have set up aggregation centers to link up the farmers to the market, but the main challenge is the lack of adequate volumes to satisfy the export market.
We also now are working on farmers using solar water pump to be able to avail more water to the crop so that we can be able to have higher yields.
That most of you have been waiting for, according to your tweets, and it's time for Willis, the word master, to come in and teach us the correct pronunciations. Willis, it's great to see you this evening. How are you? I cannot do much, in regards to illusion. Let's just learn this English. This is what I understand. The others I don't really understand that.
Betty, I'm fine, thanks. And you say illusion. Illusion.
Oh, illusion.
Yes.
I can't win with you, Willis. I actually
illusion,
can't.
Yes, my dear sister.
Okay, illusion. Got it, Willis. Willis, with you, everything is a lesson. Lesson, right? Not lesson. Ama.
You say lesson, you can also say lesson, Betty. Remember I told you can also say important or important, student or student.
Willis, okay, there you go with the floodgate of words, All right, and like I told you that time, I like saying important, important. I think it's fancier.
I know,
Okay,
I know,
Willis.
Betty.
Okay, Willis, how about we take a look at what Kenyans had to say on the streets, on Word on the Street, Willis?
Ogri, ogri, ogri.
Ogo, ogo, ogo.
Ogre, ogre, ogre. So the gentleman there killed me, he said, but ni shida matamshi, Willis. So talk to us about this word.
He killed you, but he was almost getting it. Because
Really?
what happens locally, Betty, is many people think that this word is pronounced the way it's spelled. That is what we see. But the word is not having what we call a phonetic spelling. So it doesn't correspond, with the sound that the letters represent. You say ogre, ogre. In fact,
Ogre.
Betty, somebody was laughing while you were laughing. That is Kennedy Miyogo and Fanis Nyaboke. They are saying that word is very tricky. Miyogo and Fanis, I know Betty will agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, evidently by the word on the street, it's interesting to hear the different pronunciations, but we got it, Willis. It's ogre.
Ogre. You say ogre. And Betty, if you'll allow me, I want to help our viewers very, very fast.
Okay.
Because we have that word, O-G-R-E. We say ogre.
Ogre.
We also have O-C-H-R-E. You say ochre. Ochre. Not ochre, not ochre. So we say ogre and ochre. We should get that right.
Hi, Willis. Thank you so much for that. Moving on to the next word. Let me just take a look at my list here. So do we say, is it a blatant lie? Blatant lie? How do we go about that one, Willis?
We say blatant.
Oh.
Blatant.
Okay,
not
that's a surprise.
Blatant. Blatant. And remember, you can also say blatant. Blatant.
I like
But
that one.
blatant is easily understood, especially locally.
Blatant. Blatant. Is that correct?
Blatant or blatant.
All right, so I'll be saying blatant, just like important. Yes. Okay, well, let's moving on to the next word. So I'll spell this one out. S-E-C-E-D-E. How do we go about that one?
Oh, you say secede.
Okay.
To secede. Secede. But we also say cessation. That is the noun form.
Yes.
Cessation, but the verb is secede. To secede.
All right. Actually, I was going to ask you about the second word. So it's secession. Is that correct?
Yes. Secession.
Okay.
Secession.
I'm used to saying secession, so obviously I'm wrong. So
many people say that, Betty.
Yeah. Okay, so it's secession. Moving on to another word, Willis. And
yes.
This obnoxious, how do we say that one correctly?
I expect you to laugh. You know, there is something I'm going to say, and I know you'll laugh.
Please
so long as your ribs don't crack. But, Betty, there are many people who say obnoxious. Obnoxious.
That's for sure.
You catch that?
Yes, obnoxious. Yeah,
but the correct or acceptable pronunciation of that word is obnoxious. Obnoxious.
Okay, obnoxious.
Obnoxious.
Obnoxious. Okay, Willis, got it. All right, now one of the other questions we've had from our feedback is this word, and I'll spell it out, Graduate. Do we say graduate or do we say graduate? Same as education or education.
Letter D takes the sound J in that word. That is graduate. The person or the noun is graduate. But the verb, that is the action, to graduate, to graduate. But the person is a graduate.
A graduate.
But when you come to education, you can say education
with
or
Okay.
education. 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 Those are acceptable or alternatives which you can use. But the word graduate, just say graduate or to graduate.
Okay, graduate. Got it, Willis. Graduate.
Yes, graduate.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, moving on to this word, punctual. How do we go about that one, Willis? It's also one of the words that I've gotten from my feedback.
You say punctual. Punctual. You say punctual, just like we say function, not function. But you know, when it comes to, you know, speaking, Betty, sometimes that is what we talk about, you know, the phonology of English. You know, when you compare it with the other languages, that is, you may find most non-native speakers of the language saying punctual, function, obvious, instead of obvious, function, punctual. So that is now the acceptable or the standard pronunciation of those words.
Hey, Willis, you know that obvious, I'm still trying to reconcile with the fact that it's not obvious, but it's obvious, yeah? I remember that you taught that a couple of...
That is why I've talked about non-native speakers, my dear sister.
So we don't say non-native, it's non...
None is N-O-N-E, none of the above, and N-U-N, and none. N-U-N, none. But when we talk of that prefix, or that combining form for that matter, you say non-governmental organization. But when you come to the American English, you realize that they use the long, low front vowel sound, non-governmental organization. So it's about inclination or choice, whether it's institutional or it's personal. But when we talk about the standard pronunciation, and when we talk of the English sounding, Betty, you say non-governmental organization.
Wow.
Non-starter, not non-starter. Yes.
Nonchalant, perhaps?
Nonchalant, not nonchalant.
Okay, Willis, got
Nonsense or nonsense, not nonsense.
Okay, so it's nonsense. Wow. Okay, so that's a surprise, Willis. Thanks for that.
Yes.
Nonsense. Okay, moving on to this word, and this one is, do you say cremation? Cremation? How do we go about that?
We say cremation.
Oh.
Cremation. That is
Cremation.
burning, you know, somebody's body.
Okay.
Cremation.
Cremation.
Not cremation.
All right, Willis.
Cremation, yes, Betty.
All right. Now, a feedback question. I have one from the lovely Kairi Mutungi. She was asking about, Murungi rather, asking about this word, agreement. It's also one word that has, you know, very many different and varied pronunciations, Willis. So talk to us about that word, Willis.
Betty, the verb is agree, to agree.
Yeah.
Then you also say agreement, agreement, not agreement, agreement, an agreement, to agree, an agreement. Yes.
Okay, all right. Got it, Willis. I think I've been wrong in my pronunciation. I've been saying agreement, so it's agreement. You know, you have to own up to your...
Betty.
You have to own up to
Is
your
there anything
faults.
else?
Yes, so, yeah, so we go back to your surprise word, Willis. What is it tonight?
Okay, before we go to my surprise word, you always know we have to take care of the other people. You call them Mafans Kibao, if I've got it right. The
Yeah,
way
well, you
said it
remember.
last week.
You remember Mafans
Anyway,
Kibao.
JB Munene,
Yeah.
we have Mafans Kibao. You really shocked me. But, you know, we must also love, you know, there is something called versatility of language. Sometimes there are certain languages that are used in certain contexts or under certain circumstances, Betty. But we have JB Munene.
All right.
He wants to know whether we say treacherous or treacherous. We say treacherous and treachery. Then Peter, yes, we have Peter Omega, Stanley Nyoike, and Daniel Rotich. You know, they call themselves those who listen and care. Anyway, Peter Omega, Stanley Nyoike, and Daniel Rotich, we say equitable, not equitable, equitable distribution. Yes,
equitable.
Linda Bahati, apostle, not apostle. Yes, equitable,
Apostle.
Betty.
Wait,
Then
Willis,
Linda
you're going too
Bahati,
fast.
you say apostle.
Apostle, not apostle? No?
Yes.
Wow.
Apostle, no. Betty, you only say apostolic. That is when you are now talking of the adjective. But the person is an apostle. That T is silent.
Okay.
Apostle, just like you say jostle, not jostle, jostle.
Jostle.
To jostle for something.
Okay.
Apostle, yes.
All right.
Haman Ngugi, renewal. Renewal, Odongo Beka, you say a chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
That is a personal, you know, drive and all that.
Yeah.
Chauffeur. Then Nancy Atieno of Kisumu, Jones Leshan, I know many people say Jones. Betty, do you say Jones or you say Jones locally? Which one do you hear very, you know, often?
So oftenly, I hear Jones. Is that the correct one?
Jones. Because you love English and you are one of the tough, you know, people when it comes to English, Betty. But
Thank you.
many people, if we go to the villages, you'll hear Jones. But that name is Jones. Jones. So Jones Leshan of Kitale, Chacha, Marwa Matiko of Kehancha, and Roslyn Mokaya of Fly 540. Roslyn Mokaya loves Friday briefing in a big way, Betty. So I also have to tell her a big thank you and things work like that. So Fly 540, we also love you so much. So the surprise word for tonight, Betty, is this one.
Yes, please.
Many people would say shove,
Yeah.
which is inaccurate. You don't say shove. S-H-O-V-E is shove, push and shove, not shove.
Wow.
Just like a dove, not dove. Love, not love. So my surprise word for tonight is shove.
Okay.
Push and shove. Bet you get it right?
I get it loud and clear, Willis. Push and shove and not shove. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So finally, Betty,
Interesting
the
word.
confusing words.
Interesting
You
words
must
there.
have heard of many people talking of dowry.
Yeah.
Very commonly, dowry, to pay dowry. That is not the word. We don't have that word. That is why I'm having an X against that word. There is no word like this one in the English vocabulary. Okay. The word is dowry. Dowry, not dowry. Dowry, no. Dowry, yes.
All right, Willis. That's a tricky one, I'm telling you. You hear dowry, you know, so many pronunciations, but thank you for...
Yeah, many people talk of dowry.
Dowry. Interesting word, Willis.
Dowry, to pay dowry.
Very interesting set of words. Thank you so much for your contribution to Friday Briefing tonight. It's been amazing. I hope that's the correct pronunciation. You know, with you can I just say it's amazing, something like that. You know, you shock us all the time.
You know, sometimes, let me ask you a small question tonight.
Not.
Have you listened to somebody, you know, swallowing a word very seriously, only to realize that the pronunciation is inaccurate?
Yeah.
Somebody can swallow a word in a big way. The other time you told me of a word swag.
Swag.
Though swag is an English word with a different meaning, but I know how it's used, you know, locally. So sometimes what I say is it's better to be sure. It's better to be sure than to guess. There is something called conjecture. Guesswork. Yeah. Very dangerous, especially in careers of serious communication. But nobody is perfect, not even Willis.
Not even Willis. All right, and if Willis can't be perfect, who is Betty? Thank you so much, Willis, for tonight's show. Always amazing having you on Friday Briefing. So now at least we know, obviously, that, you know, it's good to have the correct pronunciations when it comes to different words. Willis, the word master there, you can catch him on his Twitter handle at WillisOchieng1, or you can also just choose to watch Friday Briefing every Friday, and it's going to be there. The university began their East African University Games hockey title defense with a loss after going down to Kisii University as the regional games kicked off at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. In netball, JKUAT ladies emerged with the victory as the men's team thrashed Uma University 5-1 in football.
Over 3,000 students from the East African region converged at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology as the 10th edition of the East Africa University Games kicked off. In hockey, defending champions and Kenya Hockey League champions Strathmore University suffered the biggest upset of the day as they went down to Kisii University. Gladiators were the first to strike, taking the lead courtesy of Festus Onyango. Their opponents, however, replied through Frank Ongendi. The youngster continued with his fine form in the second half as he sounded the boards twice, leading his team to a shock victory over Strathmore.
I think they were a formidable opponent. We met a team that was strong-willed. They wanted, I think they wanted it more than us. We did not exert ourselves the way we were supposed to. We had chances to kill off the game in the first half. A couple of chances, we did not take them.
Work plan yetu venikuwa meipanga, sija expect kucheza hivi. Lakini mimi nimejitolea ile yangu yote, tumecheza kama team. Jua kucheza teamwork inakaa tu sawa.
In football, host Jomo Kenyatta University began the quest to back this year's title with a resounding victory over Uma University. The Juja-based varsity led 1-0 at halftime before upping the tempo in the second half, scoring 4 goals to Uma's solitary response. In another match, Strathmore University played out to a barren draw with Ndeje from Uganda. In the ladies' netball, Kenya's Jomo Kenyatta hooped off to a win as they took on Gulo University. Despite the visitors leading 6-5 at the break, the Kenyan side motivated herself in the second half, making 11 points to our opponents' 5 to emerge victors. The games continue tomorrow at the same venue. Robinson Okenye, KTN Sports.